morning, dear student. Prayer. Today we are going to learn about the conversion of ratios to percentage, then increase, decrease amounts, increase percent, decrease percent, then price related to an item. We are going to buy an item, then an item contains a certain price. So price related to one item, that is cost price, selling price, then related to cost price and selling price there is profit, loss, etc. Then also we are going to learn about simple interest. If we deposit some amount in bank or we borrow some amount from others, we need to give an interest. Some amount we given to them extra other than the amount we bought. So that amount is interest. So we today learn about this simple interest also. We learn about conversion of ratios to percentage when we are doing exercise problems. Then now we discuss about increase or decrease percent. So every item have a price, isn't it? Price. Every item have a price. That item is made in factory and they brought to the shopping malls like that. Then we go there and buy things from that shop. So that shopkeeper brought items from factory. So from factory that shopkeeper given a price. Then we go to buy that item from shopkeeper. Then that shopkeeper make another amount, or we need to pay an amount other than that shopkeeper given to factory. And another example is if we brought some item and we are going to resell that, then also we made an increase or a decrease in that amount. Suppose we have a bicycle, we bought from a cycle shop, rupees 2,500 for that 5 cycle. So this is the price we brought when we brought, and we are going to resell this cycle after 1 year. So after 1 year we resell to your friend. Okay. So then you tell them, give me 2,300. So here is a decrease in the amount, isn't it? Here 2,500 you invest for buying this bicycle, but you got only 2,300. After 1 year you resell that one, then you got 2,300. Here on a decrease, this amount minus this amount, we get that decrease 200. Like that, every selling and reselling, every shopping, we have every item have a price. Every time it is changing, isn't it? So if we this is known as selling price. According to the shopkeeper, this is known as a selling price. And that shopkeeper buy this bicycle from a factory. Suppose that factory only 2,000 brought, only the shopkeeper need to pay only 2,000 in that factory, and then he increase that price. This is cost price. That price increase as 2,500 and we need to pay 2,500. So this is a cost price. This is a selling price. So if selling price is greater than cost price, there is a profit. If selling cost price is less than that selling price, this is a loss. So here 2,500 we or you you are going to resell that bicycle, then this is cost price and this is a selling price. Understood? According to the situation, cost price and selling price vary. So you are reseller this bicycle. This is a cost price and this is a selling price, and you made a loss here and shopkeeper made a profit here. Now percentage, increase percentage or decrease percentage. We need to calculate increase percentage or decrease percentage. Then there is a formula for percentage increase. For percentage increase, increase by original price into 100. Okay. So increase amount by original price into 100, we get increase percentage. Same like decrease percentage, decrease amount by original price into 100. And if CP is less than SP, that is cost price is smaller than selling price, then here a profit. And that profit is equal SP minus CP. Now CP equal SP, both are equal, then we have no profit, no loss. Now CP is greater than SP. CP is greater than SP. There is a loss because CP is greater than SP and we get a loss in that. So CP greater than SP, there is loss, and CP minus SP, we need to calculate loss, we use this formula. So for study these formulas and by heart it. Then we need to calculate profit percent. One equation for that, profit percent equal to profit by cost price into 100. Always base is cost price or original price. Okay, so because variation is come in cost price or original price, so the base of this calculation always cost price. So profit percentage equal to profit by CP into 100, and loss percentage equal loss by CP into 100. Now I already told about interest at the starting introduction part. I told about a simple interest. If we borrow some amount or we deposit some amount in bank, we get from bank we get an interest. Or if we need to given some extra amount when we borrow some amount, isn't it? So that extra amount is known as interest. So simple interest means always that principal amount is not changed all through the period. That is for 1 year, for 2 years, for 5 years, any year, any time period, principal amount is same, not changed. So this that type of interest is simple interest, and we have one formula for calculating simple interest. I equal PRT by 100. P means that principal amount, that means that we deposit the amount or borrow some amount, that particular amount is principal amount, and R is the rate of interest, and T is the number of years or number of months, like that, by 100, and that final amount is, this is interest only, so final amount is that principal amount plus interest. Okay. Now take your textbook, page 171, exercise 8.3. Question number 1. Tell what is the profit or loss in the following transactions. Also find profit percent or loss percent in each case. So here given 4 cases, we need to find whether it is profit or loss, and also we need to find percentage. Question A. Gardening shears bought for rupees 250 and sold for rupees 325. So here bought one item for gardening and its cost price. cost price, that is buying cost price is rupees 250 and sold, that is resell, then that amount is selling price, that is rupees 325. Now check whether it is profit or loss. Cost price is less than this selling price. So here profit. So profit is equal to SP minus CP. Subtract this rupees 325 minus 250. Okay, we get 75. Okay, so here profit is 75. Now here we need to find the percentage of profit. So profit percentage is profit divided by CP into 100. So profit is 75 and cost price is 250. So 250 into 100. We can cancel this 0 and 0 and calculate this. Calculate this 25 into 3 we get 75. So we can cancel this. Here we get 3. Now 3 into 10, 30. So here profit percentage is 30%. So for this type of questions, first check whether cost price and selling price is greater than or less than. So here CP less than SP, so profit, then calculate profit amount is SP minus CP, then profit percentage. Okay. Now question B, a refrigerator bought for rupees 12,000 and sold at 13,500. So here CP, a refrigerator bought CP 12,000 and resell. So cost price is 12,000 and selling price is 13,500. Here selling price is greater than cost price, so profit. So you need to calculate this profit. First subtract 13,500 minus 12,000. Then calculate profit percentage. Okay. Now question C. A cupboard bought for rupees 2,500 and sold at 3,000. Here also just looking we get selling price is greater. Cost price is lesser. So here also profit. So just subtract 30,000 minus 2,500. Then we get a profit amount. Then calculate a profit percentage using equation. Now question D. A skirt bought for rupees 250 and sold at rupees 150. Here looking we already now we get this loss because the cost price is 250 and the resell value that amount is 150. So here cost price is greater. So calculate loss amount, that is 250 minus 150 we get 100. Then calculate loss percentage using formula loss by cost price into 100. So these 3 questions for homework. Now question 2, convert each part of the ratio to percentage. So here we are going to do first question 3:1. So 3:1. First this is we are going to convert the ratio to percentage. First we need to find the total part. So I already told ratio means we divide a whole part into different portion and fractions numerator is this ratio. That fractions numerator are this ratio. Okay. So here total part is 3 plus 1 4. Otherwise you just add this ratio numbers. So here 3:1. So total part is 3 plus 1 4. Now convert this as a fraction. That is 3/4 is to 1/4. This is the original portion. Now convert this into percentage. Now we already learned how to convert a fraction to percentage. How? Do you remember? multiply with the 100. Okay, so 3 by 4 into 100 is to 1 by 4 into 100. This fraction into 100, then this become, we can convert as a percentage like that, this fraction also. Now 100 by 4 we get 25, and 3 into 25 is 75 percentage is to, here also 25, 100 by 4, 25, and 25 into 1, here 25 percentage. So this is very simple. First add that given numbers, we get the total part. Then write this as the denominator of this given ratio. Then multiply with the 100. Each fraction multiply with the 100. We get a percentage. We get a percentage ratio. Now question B, 2 is to 3 is to 5. This is also like same total part. First find the total part. 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 5, 10. So here total part is 10. Then write 2 by 10 is to 3 by 10 is to 5 by 10. The next step, 2 by 10 into 100 is to 3 by 10 into 100 is to 5 by 10 into 100. Then calculate, we get a percentage like that, question C and D. So this is for homework. Now question 3. The population of a city decreased from 25,000 to 24,500. Find the percentage decrease. This is a direct question. So here given for in a city population is 25,000. Okay, in a city that population is 25,000 and it is decreased as 24,500. So first we need to find that decreased population. Okay, so subtract this, we get 500. So we get decreased population 500. Now we need to find its percentage decrease. Percentage decrease. So next, percentage decrease equal to decrease population by original population into 100. So decrease population is 500 by original population is 25,000. So 25,000 into 100. Now we can cancel this 0, 0, isn't it? And here we can cancel this 0 and this 0. And 25 into 2 we get 50. So here final answer is 2. So decrease percentage is 2%. Now question 4. Arun bought a car for rupees 3,50,000. The next year the price went up to rupees 3,70,000. What was the percentage of a price increase? This is also like same like third question. In third question it is decrease. In fourth question it is increase. So first we need to find the difference of that prices. That difference is the increase price. So 3,70,000 minus 3,50,000 we get that increase amount. Then increase percentage we calculate using the formula increase amount by original price into 100. So this is for homework. Now question 5. I buy a TV for rupees 10,000 and sell it at a profit of 20%. How much money do I get for it? So I buy a TV, that is cost price 10,000 and profit percentage given 20%, that is here we get a profit. Then we need to find how much do I get for it. That is we need to find its selling price. So selling price is cost price plus profit. But we don't know profit amount. First calculate profit amount. Here given profit percentage 20%. That is 20% is profit of that cost price. So 20% of cost price is the profit. So here given cost price 10,000, profit percentage 20%. First we need to find profit amount. So profit amount is 20% of cost price. Always we calculate percentage based on that cost price. So profit is 20% of 10,000. And we already learned how to calculate 20% of 10,000. That means of means into. 20% means 20 by 100. So 20 by 100 into 10,000. And we can cancel this 0. This 0, 0, 0, 0. Then 20 into 100, 2,000. So we get profit amount 2,000. Then add cost price and profit, we get a selling price. 10,000 plus 2,000 equal 12,000 is the selling price. Now question 6. Juhi sells a washing machine for rupees 13,500. She loses 20% in the bargain. What was the price at which she bought it? So this is opposite opposite mode of question 5. Here Juhi sell a washing machine, rupees is 13,500 and she made a loss. So we need to find its cost price. So first selling price 13,500, loss percentage 20%, cost price we need to find and here we take it as X. Then loss equal to 20% of this cost price. So first find loss amount. So loss amount and profit amount or decrease amount, increase amount, all things are that percentage we calculate on the base of original price or cost price. So here also CP, cost price is we take as X and loss is 20% of this X. That is 20 by 100 into X. We can cancel 0 and 0 and 2 5s are 10. So this is X by 5. That is loss amount is X by 5 and cost price is X. Now selling price is cost price plus loss. That is minus loss. So selling price equal to cost price minus loss. Then selling price is given 13,500 equal to X minus X by 5. Cost price is X, loss is X by 5. Now we multiply here both numerator and denominator with 5 for making both the denominator same. We already learned in class 6. Okay. So here multiply both the numerator and denominator with 5. Why? Here denominator is 5. So this is 5x by 5 minus x by 5. Now numerator is subtracted because denominators are same. So 5x minus x we get 4x by 5. That is 13,500 equal to 4x by 5. And we need to calculate this x. So we transpose this 4 by 5 to this side of this 13,500. So here this is 4 by 5. Then it will become 5 by 4 after transform. So this is 13,500 into 5 by 4. After calculation we get 16,875. So this is the cost price of that washing machine. Now question 7. First question. Chalk contains calcium, carbon and oxygen in the ratio 10:3:12. Find the percentage of carbon in chalk. So here carbon, oxygen, calcium are in ratio 10:3:12. So this is like same like question number 2. First add these numbers 10 plus 3 plus 12. Then write in the form of fraction. Then each fraction multiply with 100. Then that middle one represents carbon because here given calcium, carbon, oxygen in the ratio 10:3:12. So we need to find the ratio of percentage of carbon. So middle one represents carbon. So that we get a percentage of these three and middle percentage is for carbon. So that is for homework. And question 2. If in a stick of chalk, carbon is 3 gram, what is the weight of the chalk stick? So 7 question number 1 is this. 10 is to 3 is to 12, total is 25, and the percentage of carbon is middle. So 3 by 25 into 100 we get 12 percentage. 25, 100 we can cancel. 25 into 4 we get 100. So 3 into 4 12. So carbon in one chalk is 12 percentage. Now second question is, in a stick of chalk of carbon is 3 gram, what is the weight of the chalk stick? In a stick of chalk, its weight is 3 gram. Then we need to, carbon is 3 gram. We need to find the weight of the chalk. So we know in a stick carbon is 12 percentage, and in quantity of chalk is, in carbon in a chalk is 3 gram. Quantity of carbon in a chalk is 3 gram. We take weight as x gram, then 12 percentage of x is 3, because 12 percentage is represented carbon, and 12 percentage of this total weight is 3 gram. Okay, so 12 percentage of x equal 3, because this 3 is represents quantity of carbon in one chalk. Now 12 by 100 into x equal 3. We transpose this 12 by 100 to the right hand side. Here x equal to 3 into this denominator here become numerator, by this numerator here comes denominator, and 3 into 100, 300 by 12, and after division we get 25 grams. So weight of one chalk is 25 grams. Now question 8. Amina buys a book for rupees 275 and sells it at a loss of 15%. How much does she sell it for it? We need to find its selling price. So this is direct question. So Amina buys a book for 275. So this is the cost price, and she made a loss. Loss percentage is 15%. First find the loss amount, then subtract that loss amount from cost price, we get selling price. So loss amount is 15% of 275. 15% of 275. 15 by 100 into 275. Now calculate. Please pause this video and calculate. We get rupees 41.25 as the loss amount. Then subtract loss amount from CP. 275 minus 41.25, we get 233.75. This is the selling price. Now question 9. Find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years in each case. So here we need to find a simple interest and find the final amount. So find the final amount to be paid at the end of 3 years. End of 3 years means here time period, that is T is 3 years. Principal amount rupees 1200, that is P equal 1212% per annum. PA means per annum, that is per annually 12% is the interest, that is rate 12%. So P 1200, rate 12%, time period 3 years. Time period 3 years. So first calculate simple interest PRT by 100. This is equal to P 1200 into rate 12 into 3 years by 100. Now we can cancel this 0, 0, 0, 0. Now multiply this. So multiply, we get to 432. 12 into 12 into 3. That is interest is 432. We need to find the amount. Amount is equal to principal amount plus interest. That is 1200 plus 432, and adding we get 1632. So this is the final amount after 3 years. Then 9b, same like this, time is 3 years. Then here different principal amount, P is 7500 and rate also different. Calculation is same method. So this is for homework. Now question 10. What rate gives rupees 280 as interest on a sum of rupees 56,000 in 2 years? Here we need to find rate of interest. Here interest is given 280 and final amount is 56,000 for 2 years. So principal amount 56,000, interest 280, time period 2 years. So we have the formula I equal PRT by 100. So substitute these values in this equation. We get 280 equal 56,000 into R into 2 by 100. We don't know R. Then we can cancel 0 here and write 280 equal 560 into R into 2. Now we need to find R. So transpose this 560 into 2 to the right hand side. We get 280 by 560 into 2. Now divide this and multiply we get, multiply this and divide 280, we get 0.25 percentage. So rate is 0.25 percentage. Now question 11. If Meena gives an interest of rupees 45 for 1 year at 9% rate per annum, what is the sum she has borrowed? Meena gives an interest of rupees 45. So interest is, simple interest is rupees 45 for 1 year. 1 year means time period 1, T is 1 and the rate is 9%. What is the sum she borrowed? So we need to find its principal amount. So I 45 R 9% T1. We have the formula I equal PRT by 100. Substitute these values here. We get 45 equal to P into 9 into 1 by 100. Okay. Now we need to find this P. So here P and transpose this 9 into 1 by 100 to the right hand side. So this become 45 into 100 here numerator and 9 into 1 here denominator. And 9 5s are 45. So we can cancel. Here we get 5. And 5 into 100 we get 500. So she borrowed 500 rupees. So this chapter is completed. So study well. Do again and again these problems. And calculation also done. Please pause the video and do multiplication, addition, subtraction or division like that calculation. Okay. Then write all answers in your notebook. Study well. Thank you.